Hola, 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 mis amores, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo están haciendo? Hey, my loves, how are you? How are you doing today? All right, so this is what I'm really excited about, ladies. Really excited about it because you have to be able to live life to your fullest. And the first place that you start with that is how taking care of yourself, your mindset, how you feel about yourself, right? So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at how to further find our purpose and how to further push for that mindset of being an independent pretty girly, further push and encourage the lifestyle and the happiness that we're looking for as independent pretty girlies. And again, this is for my ladies. This is for ladies. This is a women's group. I never know what males are doing here because they're not, this is not a group that's meant for them. So I don't really ever understand why they're here. Okay. Males, it's not for you. Okay. But yeah, so we're going to learn a lot more about self-care, self-love, like how to really get to this point of autonomy and happiness that we're always striving for. So let's take a look. Oh my god, I forgot again. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. Oh my god. Yeah, so I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this. And I love you guys so much. Oh my god, I love you. Oh my
I used to wonder how I could walk in divine feminine energy if I woke up looking like this. But then I discovered that beauty is a mindset. It's not a specific feature or even a specific look. It's literally how you carry yourself. Beauty is self-expressed, and with the right techniques and mindset, you can convince anyone that you are the most beautiful person in the room. I might not necessarily look the most beautiful while I'm naring off my mustache, but it's these small, simple steps that help me to feel the most feminine. Developing a solid self-care routine and staying consistent was one of the first steps I had to take. This way, I knew that no matter how I looked or how I felt, I knew exactly what it was going to take to make me feel like myself again. Hair washing days can be some of the most dreadful and stressful to me. I have beaded volume weft extensions, which should be washed and blow dried by a professional. 9 times out of 10, I don't have the time to sit in the chair and get it done, so I have purchased all of the products myself and I do them at home now. There is nothing worse than getting out of the shower and realizing that you have washed your hair incorrectly, so I really pay attention to this part. There is so much pressure on women to maintain these monthly appointments to meet these beauty standards. One thing that's really helped me maintain these unrealistic expectations is figuring out how to do it myself. I like to know which products are going to work best for me, so initially I will pay for an appointment. At that appointment, I will ask lots of questions. I want to know what it's going to take to achieve the same exact results from home in case if I can't make it in. I used to always be so hard on myself about my nails. Having your nails done just makes you feel so much more like a woman. And I would be so discouraged whenever I couldn't make it in on time to an appointment, and I would be walking around with the most disgusting fingers. After a while, I said to myself, why am I complaining so much? I can literally figure this out. So I invested in an at-home gel manicure kit, and I really just like the freedom of being able to change up my nail color whenever I want. My hair retains a lot of water, so the entire time I was doing my nails, I left it sit in a microfiber cloth, which made it so much easier to blow out. Our hair is our crown, and I feel like you don't even need makeup when your hair looks good. However, I do think it's really important to establish a simple, basic, every single day makeup routine, something that doesn't necessarily focus on changing the shape of your face, but more so just attenuating the features that you have. For me, I like to resort to an angel face of makeup. It's so elegant and timeless, and you can never go wrong. I have also found myself resorting to a similar hairstyle every day. It's nice to just establish yourself a look. This will be your tried and true staple that you can always rely on.
If you want to elevate your life, do these things. Wake up earlier to get your day started. Instead of drinking to get drunk, maybe just drink to have a couple cocktails. Do things for yourself. Go get your nails and your toes done. Go get a facial. Do something that is going to make you feel good about yourself. Work out. Read your Bible, but also read books that are going to expand your mind. Save some money, but also spend a little bit of money. Keep your business to yourself. Don't tell anybody anything that's going on in your life unless it's really close people. Also, limit people's access to you. Reevaluate your friend circle. Go to networking events. Practice mindfulness at least once a day. And lastly, drink more water.
Honey, It took me about 21 years of living to learn what I'm about to teach you in about a minute or less. It's never too late to reinvent yourself. You can choose today that everything that has happened into your life with all of these years doesn't matter and it's completely irrelevant. You can literally choose today, like right here, right now, in this video with me, to create a whole new chapter in your life. Your past does not define you, and your past does not equal your future, unless you choose to live there. Let's be honest, truthfully, I thought the identity that I was creating within my teenage years and up until my early 20s was going to be the identity that I was creating for the rest of my life, and that is not true. It really doesn't have to be that way unless you choose to allow it to be that way. See, and knowing that just because you did something one way for a long period of time, maybe even majority of your living and of your life, it doesn't have to stay that way. It doesn't have to remain the same. You can literally change it at any given moment. You don't have to manage your circumstances. You don't have to manage your day-to-day living. You don't have to manage staying in a poverty mindset. You can literally be the creator of your own life. Once I realized the true power that I hold within myself, that's when I truly started to get extremely excited about waking up and just living life all over again. I really had no purpose before I started doing this. Like when I tell you I was looking forward to everything that I was thinking about, everything that I truly desired in life, it really just had me so excited to strive and to just get up every single day. And I'm telling you this because I want you to know that the same thing that has happened to me can seriously happen to you. You just have to commit to it, right? That's what keeps us stuck sometimes, is that commitment to self that we owe. It's you versus you at the end of the day. Sometimes it's easier to stay stuck in certain situations. So honestly, if you're truly feeling stuck in your life right now, I encourage you to get out and go do something different. You have to make a change in your life. What are you willing to change today? You absolutely deserve a life full of fulfillment, a life full of ease, a life where you can actually be able to enjoy your days on a day-to-day basis.
I really think a lot of people underestimate how much they can change their life within 3 months. Like honestly, within a month, your life can shift with true focus, discipline, and consistency. I'm going to give you guys 3 ways that if you apply this knowledge now, you'll be completely unrecognizable by January the 1st. The first thing that you're going to do is write down the negative beliefs and thoughts that you have about yourself. The truth is, you cannot fix something that you're always trying to avoid. So once you address and admit that you have these negative thoughts and beliefs, you can now shut it down. So for example, say that you have negative thoughts surrounding money. You're going to write down how you feel, such as I am broke, I don't have enough. And then you're going to rewrite that in a positive way, saying that you're abundant and wealthy and that money flows to you easily and effortlessly. So anytime those negative thoughts pop in your head, be sure to repeat those affirmations to yourself and walk in that truth. Number 2, I want you to build a relationship with God. Believe it or not, you can only go so far without having a connection to the Most High. I recommend building a prayer routine. Seek God, ask God about yourself, about your life, about the plans that He has for you. Ask God to show you how He sees you. Your relationship with God is not going to look like everyone else's, so focus on your unique relationship with Him. Developing a relationship with God will completely change your life. Trust me, I know. And number 3, this is so important, guys. You must keep the promises that you make to yourself. Do you know that every time you don't do what you say you're going to do, your subconscious keeps track of that, and slowly but surely, you're losing confidence in yourself. So the more that you show up for yourself, the more you build trust with yourself and inner confidence. Not only that, just imagine your life if you stopped procrastinating and you actually went to the gym. You actually started to eat good. You completed the tasks that you're supposed to complete. You would be so much further if you actually did the things that you said you were going to do. Start keeping those promises to yourself.
You will not believe what that will do to your self-esteem. If you can say, I'm going to wake up every morning 30 minutes before and just do 20 minutes on my bike, everyone here now in this generation has some sort of gym equipment in their house. If not, you can go walk outside. I promise you, if you do that at least 3 to 5 times a week, your self-esteem and the belief that you have in yourself will literally shoot up drastically. Because one, you're committing to something. You're committing to yourself. So you're literally ignoring the outside world, every other problem you have, your kids, your husband, your whatever, and you're committing to yourself, which is so important.
I will never forget the day my therapist looked at me and was like, Kate, you need to start doing things that make you happy. And I will never forget it because I had no clue what made me happy. No clue. I sobbed after she said that. And I looked at her and I was like, I don't know. I truly don't know. And Admitting that you don't know what makes you happy is also kind of admitting that you don't know who you are. And that's a really terrifying thing to come to terms with. And I think what took me so long to figure out what made me happy is I kept looking at what made other people happy and kept trying to make it make me happy. And it just wasn't working. And the more I did that, honestly, the more lost I felt. And I felt like something was wrong with me. Like, why don't these things make me happy? Why is nothing making me happy? Why doesn't this work for me? Why doesn't that work for me? So I definitely think a great place to start is think less conventional and think more authentic. So think less about what's aesthetic and trendy and all over social media, and think more like, what kind of weirdo am I? Like, what do I love to do? Like, what brings me a sense of joy? And the next point that I think is the biggest point is it's not so much of what makes you happy, because no person or activity can give you happiness. It's a perspective, it's a choice, but it's more you want to find something that brings you into the present moment. That's called a state of flow, a flow state. And that's what you're going for. Like, that's what you want to find. Because when you find something that you are so focused on what you're doing, you are so into what's in front of you that you can't think about the past and you can't think about the future, that's happiness. And like, for an example of talking about things that are trendy, going on walks. It is so popular for people to go on morning walks, go on walks at night, that it makes them feel more peaceful, it makes them feel more grounded. I forced myself to go on walks for so long because I just assumed it was supposed to make me feel that way. And I have finally found that, like, I don't love going on walks. Sometimes they feel good, but for the most part, if I'm choosing to do that in the moment to like feel happy or feel grounded, it doesn't work for me. I tend to think a lot about my past, a lot about my future. I tend to overanalyze my life when I go on walks. It doesn't work for me. And you see, it works for so many people. For so many people, that's like their therapy every day, is going for a walk. It doesn't work for me. And this is why I think it's so important that, like, yes, take inspiration from other people, vet out things that other people do, try different things, but be so honest about, does this work for me? Is this making me feel good? Is this bringing me a sense of joy? Is this bringing me into the present moment? Or is this making me go a little bit to the past, a little bit to the future? Is this causing me to overthink? Like, am I here right now? And like that right there, like, that's the gold. It's not what crazy fun thing can I do that can bring me happiness. No, it's what can I do that brings me into the present moment? What can I do that makes me be here and now?
A lot of things that we kind of saw in this video, I feel like is so important, especially with the here and now. Being able to stay in the present moment is very, very important, right? Because what we find a lot of times is a lot of people, a lot of women, they operate a lot from their traumas. They operate a lot from their past, from their wishes. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I need you to cut that out of your vocabulary. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay. Anything that you're saying, oh, I wish, I could have, I should have. Cut those words, particularly start by cutting those words out of your vocabulary completely, and see how far you're able to blossom in your femininity and expand your vocabulary, and in doing so, expanding your way of thinking and your perspectives as well, right? So staying in your feminine energy and learning how to get more into your feminine energy, I find is a really, really good place to start, or a really good place to go when it comes to prioritizing yourself and making yourself the center of your own life, and decentering males and relationships and all these other things that you think will bring you happiness, and once you get them, they don't, right? Those things can never bring you ultimate happiness. And on top of that, if you're getting in relationships and getting those things without the proper mindset, then you have a higher likelihood of being trapped in those things, and therefore being trapped in your own unhappiness of your own making, right? So in order to avoid all that, it's very, very important to find yourself first. And a good way of doing that is finding your femininity and leaning more into your feminine energy, ladies, okay? This will also help you find your purpose, right? Because finding that happiness and what that happiness means to you ultimately will require you to have a good sense of direction, especially when it comes to knowing what your purpose is, or at least having fun in the journey of finding that out, right? So y'all, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Oh my god, I forgot again. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. Oh my god, yeah, so I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this, and I love you guys so much. Oh my god, I love you. I mean, you know what I noticed? Like, I watch a lot of a lot of the stuff I watch is women centered, and every time in the videos The pattern I'm noticing every time in the videos, when it's women are always like, oh my God, I love you. Hug. Let's bring it in for a hug. And I'm always like, oh my God, I love you too. Bring it in for a hug, right? I love the vibes and the energy. So y'all, yeah. So I will catch y'all in the next one. Bunch of kisses. Love you so much. Leave it in the comments below. And we will talk soon. Bye.